All right, what's up? Oh my goodness, Mike Grimm and I just got off of a hands-on demo with Saints Row the Third, and we're here talking with Drew Holmes, the writer.
Yes,
the writer of the game. I don't even know what to say.
Did you enjoy it?
Well, yeah, like it took me by surprise at E3 because like I just sort of glossed over Saints Row 2, but then like just being this balls out ridiculous. Like unapologetic, like I just wanted my headline to be Saints Row the Third doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. that really was the goal coming out of Saints Row 2. A lot of the stuff that people really sort of latched onto and embraced.
Yeah.
When Saints Row 2 was the ridiculous, crazy, over the topness, and we said, well, okay, let's really put the pedal to the metal. Let's go full blast.
And that's what's great about it, because it is first and foremost an open world game, so like not having any constraints and not focusing on being totally serious. And I'm not knocking GTA, but like it clearly took a narrative serious focus, whereas this is like whatever, physics. Let it blow everything up.
Yes.
Give you everything you can.
Rewarding you for doing crazy, ridiculous things. That's really the goal.
Yeah.
I really like too from like the demo we saw, like a lot of the stuff that sort of slows down the gameplay in like GTA, like getting in and out of cars and everything. It's just there's no downtime. It's go.
He just he and then she ran at a car that was pulling up to it and dove through the windshield right into the driver's seat, sped away. Awesome. That was great. Like you do have the option to go naked.
You do have the option to play
awesome.
fully naked. You'll have some pixelated sexual bits, but
who was it? You, Grimm, or Ryan McCaffrey, who turned the character from like the default guy you have like in the trailers to a shiny blue
Russian
Borat referencing
with
large-breasted
dreadlocks. And size F breasts.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have always been good about the character creation stuff in the game. Like, do you have a particular favorite element that
not giving players any limits really in terms of the way that the craziness that they want to pursue is really my favorite feature. Especially the things that we've been showing off, like the Genki octopus gun. I think is probably my favorite weapon.
It seems really hard to actually describe any of this. Like,
I know.
And you just sound like a maniac.
Dr. Genki's. But what is the octopus gun? It cries at you, apologizes to people it's shooting.
Yes.
It talks sort of like a Japanese schoolgirl, but it's a cartoon octopus, and you shoot it at people and it grabs them and brainwashes them. But then it also is a proximity mine gun that explodes and shoots confetti everywhere.
Because why not?
Sure.
And the Dr. Genki's people cannon, and that's the pre-order bonus?
The Manipul. Yeah, the mollusk launcher and the Manipul are both the pre-order bonuses.
Well, those are pretty
worthy pre-order
cool.
bonuses.
Yeah, like it's the people cannon. I didn't know. I'm glad we have a number 6. You can suck up 6 people.
6 people. It actually says "suck it up" on the side of the vehicle.
Suck it up. You run over people, suck them into the chassis, and then just fire them out.
Use them as human cannonballs.
People are just so insignificant. Like there's this fist weapon, you just hit him and they explode.
Apocryphus. I love the Apocryphus.
Literally, the first thing I did was I grabbed a nurse stripper hooker of some nature and just beat her to death. I wasn't even really trying.
Yeah, you weren't really, like just experimenting
happened.
with buttons. He's like, oh yeah, left and right. Those are your hands. Like, go ahead, wail on. Just go ahead. Oh man, that was crazy. Like, I don't know what is there anything like that went too over the top that you couldn't get in the game?
Yeah, I mean, the key, I think, in terms of Saints Row the Third's style and humor is to make sure it's over the top and fun and wacky.
Yeah.
When you go to the sort of darker, sadistic type things, like it starts to feel wrong. It's gotta stay cartoony.
Yeah.
And I think that's really, in terms of the tone that we're trying to get across with Saints Row the Third, is cartoony. It's not real. It's not taking itself seriously at all. It's like the old Tom and Jerry on acid.
Dude, you're speaking my language, big cartoon nerd. I mean, because what's the plot of the story is the Saints are now like international celebrities.
Yes, they are celebrities. They have their own media group. They have their own licensing companies. There's stores that you'll come across in Steelport called Planet Saints, where they're selling all their merch. And they're really just like international superstars. There's a movie that's going to be made about them, and they think they're awesome. And they go to rob a bank for fun. And it turns out that it's owned by the Syndicate, which is our new bad guy. And the Syndicate's sort of this shadowy conglomerate of gangs that runs things in Steelport and really all over the world. And the Syndicate says, you know what, we want to co-opt you. We want to bring the Saints into the fold so we can get all your money. And Saints are like, fuck that, man. Yeah. We run on our own. And it sets up this huge war between the Syndicate and the Saints in the new city of Steelport.
Yeah, is that how you arrive in Steelport? Like with the thing I saw at E3,
the skydiving demo?
Skydive?
Yes.
Well, you not only skydive, you exit the plane.
Skydiving shootout.
Have a shootout. enter back into the plane, leave again. I don't know. It was absolutely insane.
It's definitely got the Crank vibe to it.
Yes,
what I'm
there you
thinking
go.
now.
Yes,
Michael and I are big Crank fans.
Crank, shoot 'em up, all those crazy, over the top movies.
Like, do you have any and I also, in the elevator I was bugging. I was like floored by a bunch of the references just from being just a pop culture nerd in general.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one in particular? Like something you might have referenced?
My personal favorite, we kind of talked about on the way up, was one of the achievements that we have that is tied to our nutshots.
Yes.
Get enough nutshots, you unlock the achievement.
Dedicated nutshot button.
Yeah, dedicated nutshot button. Variants for all weapon types.
Yes.
Including the dildo bat.
Yes.
My favorite. I don't even know. Tell me if I'm crossing the line. We can take it out. Like you got in a Bronco S car.
Yes.
Called the Nordberg.
Yes.
Which
that's been around since Saints Row 1.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Has it really? I just it made me so happy. Mike and I both. I love Nordberg, and probably don't want to spoil the music in the game just yet. But one of them was like just flying down the road, running people over to the ending song to one of my favorite
The soundtrack's fantastic.
Yeah, I cannot wait for you to experience it. I don't know why that hasn't been in the game yet. It sort of like just blew my mind. Like why that hasn't been in a game. It made that scene so enjoyable.
And as a car nerd, I really like all the car customization stuff. I made a hot yellow, hot pink, sort of chromed out convertible in like 2 seconds.
With crushed velvet interior, you rip the roof off it, make it a convertible.
Yeah, you do the convertible.
Giant pimped out wheels.
Yeah. All right. Before we say goodbye, it would only be fair for you to tell everybody when Saints Row is coming out.
Saints Row the 3rd is coming out November 15th on PC, Xbox 360, and PS3. You can pre-order it now to get the wonderful Professor Genki pack.
Yeah, that's kind of worth it.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
All right. Thanks a lot, Drew.
No problem.